It's time for another riveting episode of Sudoku. Shut the fuck up. Alright, let's start with the basics. A bitch move. As all the numbers simply are there, and you just have to type them fast enough. Let's see how fast we can type them. Wrong button, I know. What the hell did I just press? Whatever. Hello, my name is Simon Tracer, and I just recently saw a Digimon movie. 01. It was really freaking, like, it was obviously dark. It had some serious heavy bits to it, like domestic violence. Spoiler alert and warning. Don't watch if you're squeamish about bruises on children based on their parents. So clearly that sucked, so let's just go on to the next one, where we will now do it without the assistance. 7, obviously. 4, don't know. 3 seems obvious. And then 3, also 3. And finally, if 3, then 3. 4, I think? Yes. And then 4. With 4. Fouring. 2 doesn't seem obvious. Well, the only 2 that can be is here, and therefore it must be there. Leaving the last 2 here and there. Right? I mean, no, what? Oh yeah, it has to be down, doesn't it? Because that's the only one that can be down. No other 2 fits in that column, and then no other 2 fits here. And then the other 2 must be here because the other one has to be here. Then we have 1s, 8s, which is, there's an 8, 5, unclear, and the other number is 6, which can't be there, so it must be 5, that's 6. Again, going to look at 9, and 3, 4, 5, 6, there's another 6, and then 6, and 6, this is the 6, because otherwise it won't exist, and then there's this one. And that one. 7, so it must 7, question mark. Or it must 7, question mark. Well, no, it has to 7, because here must 7, and I didn't mean to press that, I meant to press the 7. And here's this other 7. Here's the last one. There's a different one. And here's the other one. And then this one. That's an 8. This is also an 8. The last number, wait, the last number is 5. So if that's it needs 8 and 5, then this must be, wait, yeah, this must be 5, and that must be 8. Yeah. Then this last number is 5, leaving this 5, and that 8, which has 8, 9, 1, is that 9? 5 or 7? It's 5. 5, 7. Okay, so that wasn't too bad for easy on no, I didn't use the auto at all in that attempt, which I feel to be more valid. The other one is just do it as fast as you can, and then I go on to this where I don't hesitate, I just use this because I don't care. I just can't be bothered. But medium is something I'm striving to do with my own effort only. Okay, 6, 8, 7 throughout, 7 throughout, 7 throughout, 7 throughout, 7, 6, 2, 5, 8, 5, 8, 8, and 5, 5, 8, 1, 1, 3, 1, 3, 7, 2, 3, 7, 2. Well, if 7, 2, 7, 2, and 7, 2, 3 must 3 because there's no other place for 3 to be in that column, which changes a lot for that, and that's good. We just don't know which one is the 7 and which one's the 2. But considering that there could be a 2 here, it's unclear. But I'll tell you one thing about the movie though. Pretty weird seeing all those teeth. In row 9, no, 8, 7, 9, 2, 9. It's like I go through certain processes to try to figure out which number is remaining, and it's like, oh, maybe it's 4, but that doesn't solve. And if 2, 3, 7, 6, well, this is the only 6 in that box. That's easy. Solve. Then we have 6 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 6. Although the next number won't be a 6, we'll find, but that doesn't matter. 3, 2, and 1, 3, 8. 8. Well, that could be an 8. It could be a 1. If 1, 3, 5, 8, and then 0, 5, 4, right? Don't know. 1, 2, 3, 3, 7, 1, 2. Unclear. If 2, 7 row doesn't, it doesn't clear it. Okay. 9 in block. 8 elsewhere. 7, 5, 9 and 8, 7, 4. The problem is I look at all those other numbers and I think to myself, this sucks ass. It's so hard to figure out anything from that. Without them, I have more ability to imagine where things could be and then use my own head because I cross-referenced that the 5 must 5 and then also could 5. but depending on that, we don't know exactly which 5 it is going to be. But if the 3 is 3, that's the obvious. So when you unlock your brain, then you have it, and then 3, or 3, and if 3 anywhere, and 3 anywhere, we don't know. That was nice. 2, or 2, 3, 2, 5, 3, 3, 5. Is there did anything else stand out since I got the last number? 8, 9, no. What did I get? I got 3, and that didn't help a lot, but that's fine. Let's keep going without it. Okay, if 9 nines and 9, can 9? 9 could 9. If 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. Yeah, it's the alternative. But then also if 9, 9, no, it can't, what? If 9, 9, that means, wait, the only 9 is in that row. Therefore, these 9s must be in the center. Okay, hold on, let's look at some things. If it must be in this row, then it cannot be, for example, here. So we can say not 9 of elimination. I like when that happens. That's always helpful. Similarly, if 8 couldn't 8 elsewhere, we don't know that. But that's nice. It doesn't really help us too much, but it helps get some. Let's get more of those. So looking at 7, there's extremely little 7 information, but if 7, then not 7, but we don't know which. And how does this look? 5, 6, 9, 7, 1, 3, 5, 1, 5, 7, 1, 7, 9. It's a whole like, if I choose this as 6, and that is 5, and that is 9, 1, 3, 7, 4. Oh wait, that's the only 4 in the box. That we should start there. The whole box is locked except for that. That should have been obvious. Okay, cool. Next. Don't know. Still don't know. 1, 7, 1, 7, 1, 7, 4. 1, 7, 4, 3. 4, 3, 4, 3. 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 5, 1, 3, 5. But if 3 is alternate up and down, and 2 is alternate sideways, and 1 is anywhere, that's ridiculous. 1 can't be everywhere. 1 is the least understood number, so 6 could be up here and there, meaning the last 6 is either here or there. It's more likely that it would be here or there, and here instead of there, but it could be any of them. Dang it. Why do I still want to go for 1s? 1s are so innocuous. Is that the word? 3, 5, 4. Well, 4's on the down, so 4 there and 4 there. And we need a 4 in the, we have 1. Okay, cool. Unknown, unknown. And then if 4 in the center, just a lot of not information. This is just medium, and I'm already having twice as much difficulty on with assistance, which is annoying, as you might guess. Okay, let's refresh again. If 8, well, 8 could be in any of these top places, right? Except for here. So this only has 2 spaces here that it could be. But that doesn't help us a lot. And it definitely can't be here or there, so it has to be in these. And then any of the other places, every of these, and that. So the problem is there's all sorts of alternates where it could be left or right, or up or down, up or left, right. If 7, 7, 7, 7, 7s, and if 8, 8s, 6, 6s, and 5, 5s. Damn it. I refer to pick a path a lot because I hate pick a path. If 9, 9, 8, 1, 6, column 6. 2 shot. Okay. But if 6, then 7, and then let's start with the 6, I guess. 6 means that has to be a 7 because it's the only 7 in the row, column, whatever. Which means this is the other 7. Which means this 7 is unknown. But let's say it's here. If the 7 was here, you couldn't put a 7 in this block, so that means that's a 7. Meaning this is a 2 and that's a 7. So it all seems to fit so far. And then that's fine with me, I guess. Which is like, still, I don't like pick a path. Not my favorite thing to do. Still don't have any inspiration for anything solid. 9, 6, 4, 1, 2, all variable in the column. In the block, 6 is no longer as much variable. 1, 8 cannot both exist in here as well as here, and there, if it exists here, which is obvious to anyone. 2, and then this is also not a 1. So that helps a lot. That feels like a good inspiration. Or it feels correct, at least for now. 3, 4, 1. Well, 1A is limited. We don't need to worry about that in that block. The other blocks, it doesn't change much except for the outside, the tangent blocks. We just said 6. Did anything else just pop up? We just did a lot of things. The 2. Oh yeah, the 2 in this block. Well, that makes 4 need to go somewhere else, but doesn't matter. The 2 is now in this block. Okay. Which limits the 2 to this block. And that limits the 2 to this block. If all correct. We don't know. I don't actually remember where I started this whole... It started with a pick a path, and then it was like, oh, this happens to make sense, which makes no sense. One, I don't like the 1818 189 stuff. 9186531481681313131. If 31 column, then 31 not row. Same rules apply. So that eliminated. Fallen sparkles. And then we have nothing different except for 9 in column must, so 9 else where irrelevant, and then 1 somewhere. 1538 751 7513 76 6593 95. Sorry. 91 would be great if I could resolve one of those 9s or 1s. Surprising that did I get a 1? Yeah, I got a 1, which is the least understood number. In fact, I got a 1 by elimination, which should be nigh impossible, but I achieved it anyway. I guess. Oh, it's the last number in the list, I suppose. 819. So if 81 and then 9, 6 in the block. That's helpful. 6 in the block. Where else in the row? Oh, that's inspiration. There you go. There's the 6. It can't be anywhere else in the row. So there's that. I mean, there it is. It's obvious. Next. I don't know. But that helps. And then the didn't do very much for me, but it did something. 3. How is 3? 3 is mostly done. Except for the middle row, top and bottom. Top and bottom, middle, top and bottom. Top and bottom, middle, 8 and 9. 9 and 9. 9 block. 9. Or 9. God dang it, I don't know. Don't know which 9. Can't be clear which 9. And because this 9 is already solved, this is a 9. Oh my god, it is. There you go. And then there is no other 9 in this block. 9 cascade, woo. It doesn't help us for the rest, but it's another something. Yay. If correct. It seems correct so far. The perfect kind of correct. 6, 5, 9, 1, 7, 3. 3. And then 7, 1, 9, 8, 9 and 8. If 8, 8, then 8 can't 8. So 8 must 8, so 8 can 8, unless 8 8s. 9, 9, 9, 9, 6. By the virtue of 4, no. 1, 8. Wait, if 1, 8, 7, 4, it would be more likely that the 4 goes here. Because 1 and 8 have to go here and here alternately. 5, 7, 1, 5. 3, 7. 2, 8, 8, 1, 8, 1, 9, 1, 8, 3. 3, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 9, 8, 5, yep. 1, 8, 4, 4 and 5, 5. If 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 3, 3, 1, 6, 5, 1, 6, no, 9, 1, 6, 5, 7. Oh, that's the only 7. Oh God, that was simple. That's the only 7. 7. Is 7 done? Oh God, I was looking for 7s. There's no more 7s. It's all finished. Did anything pop out? No, but that felt good. 5, 5, 6, 6, 1, 9, 5, 6, 1, 9, 8, 1, 9, 6, 5, 1, 3, 8, 4, 4, 4 row. There you go. That was easy. 4. 1, 5, 9, 6, 6, 6 in row. 1, 9, 5, 8, 5, 9, 5, 1, 8, 1, 8, 1, 8, 5, 3, 1, 5, 8. Wouldn't it be funny if I crashed because I made the wrong thing way back in the beginning? But I think I actually chose the correct pick-a path, which feels like I hate that, but I'm not gonna not take it because it was a pick-a path of just random inspiration that felt... I don't deserve that, but we're going to hard, so fuck you. Pick a path is... Okay, let's attempt to get the first number without thinking. Shut up. The first number is not 2, 6, 8, unless 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. Okay, I found a number without using it. Auto candidate, that's cool. 1, 3, 3, 5, 4. God fucking damn it. 2. I don't like easy cascades. I like to Sudoku a little. 3. Easy cascades is too much easy for my brain. I like more braining. Braining feels good. Braining makes me feel good. Braining makes me feel good. Okay, next number is gonna have to take some Sudoku. So let's do no auto and Sudoku it, shall we? Penis. Inspiration 1? No, no, maybe. 1, 1. Oh, what are these numbers? That's a 9 and an 8, which doesn't help. Well, 9 could. 9 could also. Auto candidate says 9 could anywhere and 9, 8. That's not helpful. Okay, never mind. I won't go for 9. 2, 4, 5, 6. 6, 9. 4, 6. 3, 5, 7. 6, 5, 3, 4, 6, 4, 6. 4, 6, 4, 6. 9, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. If 1 and 1, 1 can, and if 1, 6, 6 can also. If 9, 8, 9, 8, 1, if 1, 6 alternate 9, 8. Well, if 9, 8 must, 9, 8 cannot. That's an obvious. In my brain, that just feels correct. So therefore, we have to 9, 8 elsewhere. And if 9, then 9, and if 8, and can 8, and 8, and 8, 8, 8. 6 also, and 1 alternate both. Unclear. But that's good. I like that. That was something. Pulled that out of mass. 9, 8, 8, 8, 9. And if there's no other inspiration, 9, 8. Okay, 2, 9, 2, 9, 6, 1. If 1, 2, 6, 9. Well, wait, what did I say? 1? Shut up. If 2, if 1, 2, 6, 9, that's to the numeric directly forward, and 3, if 3, I don't know. I had some chips and dip recently. Oh yeah, and eggnog with carrot mango. Check out that stuff on TikTok and YouTube. Both are available. Okay, 4 in the column, 4 in the column, 4 in the row, 4 in the row. The row, the column, both are alternate. The 4, the 4, the 4, the 4, the 2, the 2, the 2, the 2. 6, the 3, the 7, 8, the 9, 1. Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. Ba-dum, bum. If 8 must be here, maybe question mark, then 9. 9? I don't know. Oh, there's so much empty space. I don't like it. I think I'm going to have to do another pick a path, which is always the thing I hate to do. But if, let's say, 6, which, wait, go back. Oh my god. Well, 6 has to be in, it's not clear, but 6 has to be somewhere in the row. So it has to be there or there. So that doesn't help. The alternate 6s are here and here and here and here. It doesn't help anything. And the 8s are alternate up and down, which alternate with the other 8s up and down. So let's see, if we 8, 9, and 8, 9, 9, 8, and 7, the other ones that are not alternate are 2, 5, must, maybe, I don't know, I just had to pick one of the structures and see if it works. What do I call them? Paths? States. That's what I call them. I call them states. For example, if I do 9 and 6 and 1, 2. If I do 6 and 1, then 9, 2. You know, there's like what, 3? Well, what if 1, there's so many, what is it, something to the n digits, numbers of alternates. 7, 7. 7 column 7. Wait, is 7, no, alternate. Okay, cool. Unclear. 9, 2, 5. 9. Recently I've been doing videos talking about Star Trek stuff, and one of the recent videos talked about bisexuality, which is fantastic for an age back then. Maybe it's a failing of humans, but we don't have this ability to just adjust to a new body configure. Like, that can work without bothering anything else. And then this polarizes, so does that allow for a complete set? It does not. So that's an easy solve of that being wrong. So then if that's wrong, this must be this, or this doesn't conclude this, it concludes the 2 is wrong. So what if the 6 is right? Again, wait, no, the binary was the 1, 4. So if this is a 1, that doesn't stop the binary, it reinforces it. And then we don't know anything else except for the 6, which doesn't force anything, except for the 7. Now the 4. 5, 8 still exists. 4 is still there. 4, 8, 9, 8, 9, 8, 9, 8, 9, 8, 9, 8, 9, 8, 9, 3, 8, 9, 3, 8, 9, 6. Damn it, it's like I gotta pick multiple pick-a-paths just to pick a path. Oh my god. There's so many branching paths. It's the fact that I solve it using pick a path at all that's like freaking weird. Well, if 8 must, then and 5. 8, 5, 7, 6, 3, 4. 4. Am I missing something? I feel like I'm missing something. Well, if 8, 9, if 2, 9, that doesn't leave any room for here to have a 9. So let's remove, or here. So that's a different alternate. Meaning 9 must be down for everyone else. We just don't know which one. Is it down for this one or is it down for the other one? It's a pair, but at least that's a solve. Or that's more of a, it leads to something, I think. which means the 1, 6 originally was correct or something. I hope. The 2 is there. 2 alternate 9, 3, 4, 6, 7, 3, 2, all binaries or entangled numbers. It just can't be undone from each other. But if this is a 3, for example, and that's a 2, 6, and 1, 2, it doesn't give us a lot again. And again, I'm just guessing here. And if 1, 8, 9 alternate, then this has to be, you have to leave an 8 somewhere in the thing. And if it's most likely 2 would leave the 9, 4 intact, but then you have the 9 alternate. So it's like, which one do you eliminate? And then the 2, oh, 2 column, 2 column, 2 column, but still in the box. Doesn't help anything. 2 column, 2 column, 7, 4, 5, 7, 6, 6 alternate, 4, 6, 4, 5, 5 the row, 5 the column, 4 row, 5. There's no freaking, I feel like these ones are bullshit because there is no, like, you just have to hope that you pick the right state and then everything collapses and you hope that it was collapsed the right way. And that's it. You just hope. I don't like that. I don't think that's a way to do Sudoku. I think it should be that there's enough evidence to solve without looking through alternate dimensions or some nonsense just to try to find an answer. But if it collapses, I guess it collapses. And if I find it under 2 hours, that must be something. But I don't like the way that it goes about because I feel like I'm just guessing. And I'm still just hoping that it's right. I'm not sure. Although it looks right. Well, that's a hard with a couple of pick-a-paths. And if you feel like I shouldn't use pick-a-path method and I have to actually suss it out, tell me in the comments what you think I should do. But I'm going to keep on doing what I'm doing until I figure out a way to properly suss Sudoku. I think these are improperly made puzzles, and the only reason they are solvable is because of pick a path. And that's not a good way to, I don't think that that's the right way to, like, it's a hard balance because too much information and it becomes super easy and too little information and then you have to do like whatever, and maybe I'm becoming refined so that I got it in under 15 minutes. That's not bad. Considering, what was that, 3 random pick-a-paths? I'm not doing that again. I don't care. And I'm not doing medium without, I could try, the real trick is if I could without auto candidate. Do we have any first numbers with auto candidate? We have a 1. Yay. That's considered to be a number that was always there. Oh, that's why it was always there. Look at how that works. Like literally AutoCandidate says it's the only one that can exist. at all. It's the only number that can exist. Everything else is locked. So that's the most obvious hanging fruit. Let's just go on to something else, like 8. Or, fuck, I don't care. And the thing is, with these, 9, I don't, shut up. I don't know. I don't know if I care to do the Sudoku at 6. Um, again, with all of this nonsense, I think I said that well, that has to be a 4. I can see that more clearly now that I can see the 4, and 4 obviously block everything but the 4 space. And then the 4, probably because, or otherwise, leading to I don't know. And then, so it's ironic that this number even exists, and it's like, how could you even find that 1? It's like everything else is eliminated. That's just funny. It's like the most obvious 4, or whatever. 5. See, I'll give it like 25 minutes or whatever, and if I don't solve it, I will just give up and not care. Or something. Like, I'll give it a real effort, but I just don't care. Is what I keep telling myself. I don't actually give a damn. Why should I? Frick. Sudoku alone is like, it's so... What did I leave? 7? I try to think of what other numbers I already, like, figured out, and it's like, all of the numbers that were on the board, just fuck it, I don't care. I don't remember. Um, 2 and 2 and 2, 4, 7. Like, if 7, 7, 7, 7 and 7, could 7 and 7, 7. Well, if 7, then 7 must. And if 7, 7, 7 could, because 7 can't. And 7 does, 7 doesn't. 5, and I definitely will not pick a path on a medium with no candidate, because pick a path, no candidate is gruesome. Holy crap. Like, I need another number in the next minute or something, or I'm gonna be upset and not care. This is blocked, this is blocked, this is here for 8. 7, 1, 2. Okay, so if 2, 2, unless 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2 doesn't, and then does, or does. Like, for example, if I pick a path 7, it leaves this space for 7. And if I do anything with the 8s, it doesn't feel like there's enough to pick between those two. And then 5 is anything but known, except for this could be 5. 9, 9, 9. Yeah. A 4, 4, 4, and 4. Yeah, the virtue of 4. I wonder why I say the virtue of 4 anyway. What's the origin of that? Kind of curious. Uh, there are so little limitation things, except for this must be, so therefore there's only two positions a 7 could be here. And it's more likely that it would be here because then that would satisfy the row, or I mean the column. But then this would be allowed for more spaces, but I can't work like that. It's again, pick a path, and I don't do that with no candidate. I have to actually find the numbers. Nine and nine. Well, if 9, then doesn't 9, and then that would 9. Wait, if 9, then you don't get a 9 on the bottom unless you 9, because 9. God damn it, I hate this. I still don't agree with this. I could pick anywhere where the 9s could go. And it might be right. It's just random 4s. Oh, that too should have been obvious. Except for vertical. And then... I don't know. I don't like this. This doesn't feel right. Because it isn't right. But... it's like... just hoping isn't good enough. Like if I do 7, leaves 8, 8, I don't know. Oh, there's an 8 also, I guess. But that means 7, 8. It's more likely 8. What are these numbers? 6. Well, if 6 can't, 6 must, or 6 must. And then we don't know. And 6, 8, 5. 5 can't. 8 can't. And where's the other number? We need 6. Oh, that's obvious. It feels, perhaps. and then 6, and then 6. God dang it. 8 and 5, unclear. And then 1 probably, well, 1, 8, so not 1 and not 8. Okay. So what are those numbers? Those numbers are 6 and 5. Okay, so not 6, so no, not 6, 7 and 5. So, if 1, 8, 1, and then 7 must be here instead, so 7 is here. Something 7. Last number is 5. Last number is 5. I think. It has to 5. If everything is correct, I'm still not convinced it's 5. Correct. 5. Okay, we'll just keep going until if I do a fail. That's an 8. Last numbers are 5. And then that's 1 and 8. Unclear. 7, 2. Unclear. 7 or 7 could. 7, 1, 2. 2. 2 could if 2 does. 5. 8 is so seldom. But we know 8 is going to elsewhere, so if it does there, it doesn't there, and if it does there, it does there, and the 2, 7 alternate, 3, well, that's a 3, if it's a 3. If everything else is right, that's a 3. And then if, it's either 3, which would mean 3 and 3. Wait, we need a 3 in the middle, and the only chances is 3 or 3. So that's where it is in the block, meaning everyone else needs to go up and down. So 3, 3, and then it's 3 and 3. Six is up. If 6 is not, then and 6 is not, and 6 is, it must be up. Oh, that's a 6. Yeah. Which makes this a 6. A 7 must be on that side. 1 must be on that side. 7, 1, 8, unknown. and then 2. So nothing eliminates everything else, except for 7 and 1 so far. Well, okay, if 2 doesn't, well, if 2 can't, 2 must. So that's obvious. And then 2 must low on the other. If 2 and 2, then 2, 2, 7, 7, 7. What? Fail state. Damn it. Yeah, that's a fail. Okay, so we tried. That would be a 1. That'd be a 3. We can't put 7 anywhere. So let's undo that. And that would be where the 7 would be, I guess. But then we can't put 6 somewhere. So we'd have to undo everything. And I'm not willing to redo this whole freaking puzzle. It was a stupid pick a path without the candidate, and I don't really give a shit except for that's a 1. That's the only number that we know. And I'm not redoing it again with candidate because we've seen how good I am with that. Trying to solve it without candidate, needing to pick a path, is a waste of time. I've made a ruling that I will only use no candidate on easy. I cannot do it. The thing is, it would take like an hour or so to do it with no candidate. And even then, I don't know, because this is definitely a 6. That was definitely a 6. Right? How did I not solve that earlier? Just by the virtue of this 6, and there's no other place in the block it could have been, that was a 6. We could try again, just Sudoku, see how far we can go. Whatever. But I don't think I'll get there. I like the puzzle. Okay, whatever. Considering where a 7 could go, it's up or down. Up or down. Up or down. 7 most likely in the row. And definitely in the row. 7, 4, 3. No, 7, 3. So if 3 and 3, then 3. 3 must. That's kind of obvious. In the row. That just by analyzing that row, I figured out where that 3 is. That is correct. Which means this is a 3. And then after looking at that, I see 3 here or there. Unclear. And 5 also unclear. Oh, my chest. Did I take my pills? These are just supplements, vitamins. A multivitamin and a D. Oh, whatever. No. You still woof it. Okay. Next. 6. 6 or 6. 1, 1, 1, and if so, the unknown numbers are 7, and if 7 does, 7 doesn't, and if 7 can't, 7 would. So 7 doesn't need to necessarily. 2 could, and not, and could. So it's a cross between 2, 2, 7, and 7. Unclear. 5, 5, 5, 9, 9, 9, 8, 6. How's 6 feeling? 6 is feeling over here. And it must be here and there, optionally. Because otherwise it couldn't be in the row. Because this one's blocked, this one's blocked. So it's either here or there with the 6. Leaving whatever and anything with the other 6s. But then if it's, for example, here, then the other 6 must be there, but unclear if that's how it actually is. And if it is there, then it could be any of these to be there. And that's possible. We just don't know which. And the 1, 4, 5. Well, not 5. Let's just check, I guess. Is anything? No. Okay. Cool. Okay, so if 2 doesn't elsewhere, then 2 and 2, and it could also 2 and 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 2. Something 7. Something 7. I used to easily spend an hour on it because my brain wasn't as fast as it is now choosing pick a path. So if I pick a path, I solve more quickly. For not 6 and could elsewhere, we end up thinking it has to be maybe 6. And whatever. And then 6, and then 6, and then, for example, 6. Which is only a guess. If, for example, we switch... Oh, I didn't pick a 6 for this. I fucked myself. Well, that's a good way to eliminate a potential state, because that's a fail state. There's nowhere a 6 can be in that block. Hurrah, we did it. We made a fail state. That was easy. That was easy. So we simply switch this into a 6, remove this 6, and put it here. And then we have everything working again. Which is, again, a pick a path, and I hate those. At least I assume that's the configuration. Cause I think you're so good and nothing like you. 4. Crying out loud, it's a 4. Oh God, which means that there has to be a 4 in one of these two, and the other 4 has to be on the low end because it must. We don't know which one, but we know that. Yay. And who knows if the 6 is still correct and we adjusted and we did things and I don't know what is real anymore. I'm sure that it's true, 'cause I think you're so good. And I'm nothing like you. I wish I knew what makes free think I'm so special. I wish I knew the rest of that song. It's such a good song. God damn it, I'm gonna burst into tears because of how good the song is. If I could begin to do something that was right by you, I would do about anything. I would even learn how to love like you. When I see the way you look, that my how long it took, I would do about anything. I could even learn how to love like you. Love like you. Love me like you. Mm-hmm. 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 And you think of me, do but anything. Do 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 Again, if I don't find it, I'm gonna be pissed and I'm just gonna give up. What a weird scenario that it seems to. Well, no, I'm. Do you see that? Yeah. No, it was really it felt like a good effort and then it's just off by like a couple. And who knows what the hell it's off by. And there's just not enough to go around. It's wrong. So, like 1, 6. Like the numbers that I'm sure of. Why am I sure it's 6? Well, because this one already blocks that, and this one already blocks that, so that's kind of obvious, and that's a 4. So like those are the original, like we know that's where they are. It has to be that thing. It's obvious. Everything else is not obvious. Everything else is oblivious. Random. I said 6, but if 6 is 6 doesn't 6, and if I 6, then I don't 6. So I 6. Again, pick a path. I hate that, and that's a 6. If it's a 6 and that 6 leaves. Why isn't it blanked out? Oh yeah, because that's a 6. There you go, blanked it out. Is that right? How do I know? How do I know? Who could know anything based off of this? The other consideration is 3. 3 seems obvious actually there. That was definite. Because this is a solid one, this is a solid one, this is a solid one, so like, there's nothing else to think about when it comes to that 3. It must be. Which leaves a 3 in the vertical over there, and who knows what else. Or 3 here, obviously. That's good. I still don't know if this is right. I don't remember. Two is the most likely choice, but like for example, if 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, if 2, 7, 7 of 7 of 7 of 7 of 7 of 4, 4 if 4 and 4 alternate, 4 if 4 if 4, 4, so 4, the virtue of 4. And 3, so 3. And if 3 and 3, more likely 3, 3 I mean, and the lower 3. I don't know. And if 8, 8 could 8, but 8 still needs to 8 in somewhere. So it can't 8, so it must 8 or 8. So of the last numbers, 5 cannot, 8 cannot, and 4 cannot. So that must, what did I say? 5 cannot. 4 cannot. Then it makes that an 8. Which makes this an 8. Is that... Oh wait, did I say 8 cannot? 8 did. Oh. 7. 1, 2, and 9. 9 no longer can. So that's a mistake. 9 must. But then that means 8 has to somewhere else. I said 9 must, so 8 has to somewhere else, and that would make this a 9. And unclear. Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. 1 and 7 and 5. Okay. How does 4 look? 4 looks alternate. 5. This one or that one? There's a 5. Oh, yeah. Okay, and then there's 5 or 5. But if 5 does 5 wouldn't, but 5 could. If 5 does, 5 doesn't, does 5 2, 2, or 2, 6 is known, 7, 1. What do I do? Tried to turn it into a 1, it doesn't let you. That's funny. Why doesn't it let me? Oh, what? Oh. Oh, was I trying to change one of these numbers? I am so tired. This doesn't matter. I don't need to solve this. If 9 solved. We hope. 8, 3, 4, alternate 5, undefined. 5 vertical, 5 alternate, 5 here, not alternate, 5 known, and 5, 5. Oh dang it, I'm losing consciousness. Or some bullshit. Just being groggy or something. 7. Meaning 7. 7? Oh, thank God that works. And then 7. Leaving. It's giving 7 vibes with 2 on the. And 8 unknown, 4 unknown, 4 more likely now. 3 is up, so 3 is here, and 3 is there. 2 and if Biff Pizzeria 8-1. Let's get a hint. Well, that's a 1. Well, let's see if it cascades. There's no point in not doing that, I guess. What did I just say? I said the correct number. Okay, cool. 2, 7, 2, 8, 4, 8, 1, 7, 8, 1, 8, 1, 8, 8, 4. So, whatever. I don't care. It doesn't feel right. There's some part of my brain that should be able to do the auto candidate nonsense in my head or something that doesn't do that because I'm tired, but also, like, I could candidate personal, and it feels like it's the same as auto candidate, but it's candidate by discovery, which feels different because I also use like counterbalancing and whatever, and I can say like this can't go here and whatever. Who cares? Like how much of the puzzle? Like in order to solve this, I did pick a path with the sixes, and like I kind of like who cares? Like freaking doesn't matter. I don't know. I think I did this. I did hard in less time. Um, I'm not gonna redo hard without candidate. Shut the fuck up. That's it. Thanks for hanging out with me. I like it when you do. See you in the next video. Ooh, friends.